Hello, everyone. I was thinking about another thing to talk about, so I'll record it. Haha. I wanted to talk about being the bimbo. It's been a kind of a fun thing. Fun. You'll see why it's fun. But doing all this stuff like mobilizing and gearing up in this week has been rife with so much emotion and charge. I have been finding a familiarity in what I'm doing just because I've known it for a long time. In fact, the professional stuff was the hard part. So then, I'm coming to this stuff and it's just outrageous. Like there's so much to gather and be on top of, and even seeing these other figures that are actually succeeding in this, you're just bewildered by what they're able to pull off, or the things that they're able to gather and put out there. So then, of course, like in all of this, you're trying and floundering about to do all this stuff, and no doubt you're seeing all these cues and details that are basically proving to you how completely out of your depth you are. Like, not out of your depth, it's just there's so much. Like, when I say out of my depth, it's like you could have 10 of me doing it and you'd still have a really hard, well, that's game development, that's AAA, all this stuff. You just multiply one person over and over and over and over, doing specialization, all those things, blah, blah, blah. But playing the bimbo, what am I talking about? So I always have to do that. Just spiral off like a... Anyways, what I've found is that seeing those cues and being overwhelmed, the cue being that, oh man, I'm freaking out, or like I'm just charged trying to figure out what the hell to do with my very finite and linear time, right? Like it's enormous sometimes to try and grasp that. So then I've just been pretending like I don't know what I'm seeing and hearing and being clued into. Literally, like it's like, this CMF thing will just probably spiral out and you're just gonna whatever. And it's like, oh, what? I didn't even think I was gonna succeed, or like I didn't think that was something to win at. I just wanted to make an application, or no one's on the Patreon, but whatever, some people will come by. I know I have friends, or, you just kind of, oh, woo, 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 I don't know. And so then, well, it's like, it's kind of in everything. Like last night, yesterday I'd been to a launch party thing, and holy crap, does it just get your gears going. And then I get home and, my partner comes home, and it's just this thing where all of a sudden you just get into conversation after conversation, no matter where you're at or what context you are in the world. And well, all of a sudden you're going to bed at 11:45 when you usually go to bed at 9:30. And so then, well, perfect, right there. I just found the metric to just screw me up. Oh no, fuck, it's gonna just spiral out and I'm gonna be tired tomorrow, and it's gonna be holy shit, and I'm just so charged still, and how am I gonna do this? And it's like, oh, what? Staying up late makes you tired the next day? I thought sleeping was sleeping. So then you go to bed and you get up tomorrow and you don't fret it, and you just go down and you work, and it's like, holy shit, I'm back in this overwhelming pool of, oh, whatever, overwhelming is just excitement waiting to happen, or whatever you want to say to placate yourself. And wow, does it go. Well, I got to, feel some enormity of this stuff, and it's kind of fun and cool. And then I just drop it. You just drop it like you're just like totally phased out. And it's been really helpful. I'm sure that it's like all sorts of dissociation stuff that people do and just always do. I'm just talking about it, I guess. But it's not to say that I'm checking out. That's what I like about it, is that I still get mortified and horrified for like 5 brief seconds while I just go, no, it's not happening. And I don't know if any of you know me enough, but I remember it. I know that it's totally a load of shit, but it's like, whatever, I playing the bimbo, everything I do kind of comes from such a fatal point, is like, if this is going to kill you and you're pursuing it anyways, well, I guess you're going to be marching to your death. So just don't think about it. Like I can't help but try and do this creative pursuit stuff. So then it's gotta happen, I guess. So then it's like, well, you can be getting screwed up and bent out of shape over what's happening, or you can just feign like you didn't even foresee it coming and that you didn't even notice it happen. Some of my favorite people are so simple in how they perceive the world and how they digest and dissolve it down into meaning. And sometimes there's such a peace in it, and a freedom and a liberty to just continue to exist and operate and be. So then, wouldn't you seek out that model in yourself, especially if you're like myself, a neurotic, high-strung overthinker beyond measure, and just try and just go, I'm not the one driving this thing. It's my weird animal body that's addicted to caffeine and wants to, I don't know, eat a lot of pizza right now for some reason. I don't know. Like, we take so much of this stuff to heart and take it so seriously as this, well, almost as a statement of ourselves every single moment of every single thing. And I do it too. I do it way too much. I'm seeking meaning and worth and stuff in this place all the time. But that's kind of it. When you just bimbo that away, or any worry about that having a weight or a magnitude because you're just airheaded and you don't even have a clue of it going on, then you're free to just be present and having it happen. And it's the weird thing about kind of being in the present and existing, is that you only have it. And so then when you're caught up in worrying about machinations and plans that are extending beyond the bounds of now, well, it's time and time again said, you find yourself falling away from the present, from being present and aware that this today is happening and that tomorrow is happening. When you come upon it, you don't know it today. So much so that, do you need to be so clear and so foresighted, other than to just trust and rely that you have faculties and you have things that you can do, and up to this point, ideally, you've made decent choices or something that you can stand behind in this whole chaos simulation of forces and matter happening. So then it's like, yeah, no, we're just literally a pinball game of skin and hair happening and being here and at this way. So I'm just gonna pretend like I don't know any of that stuff and make some games because I like games. Games are fun. So yeah, I hope to bring you guys along with all this stuff, whether the CMF thing sinks or swims, or I work on this Patreon for a year and I get 6 subscribers. I kind of don't care. There's a real relinquishment and freedom in just being like, oh, what are sales? I don't know what a market study is. And just do it. But when you go, oh my God, is my market study going to be comprehensive enough? Like, I don't know if I modeled Diane, my audience member, properly to fit the niche market that she fits. What? A niche market? Who's Diane? So, well, I hope this gives you something to chew on. I've been chewing on it, and I mean, I've been having a good day today because of it. I could have had a bad day not sleeping yesterday because I was so wired and strung out and worried about it, or I could have been, I guess. So, till next time. Bye.